I'm heading to Sue's Bridge campsite, and then from there that'll be my last campsite, and I'll be heading back to Perth. Along the way I noticed that there was a lot of bushland that had experienced fires, as everywhere in Australia has. Shallow river. It's quite warm actually. It's cold when you get out because the breeze blows against your wet body. Look at this. It's deeper further down. They sort of dammed it off. But this isn't bad. Oh, this is getting deeper. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I can swim here. Goes deep here again. Oh, beautiful, look at this. Oh, it's nice to feel fresh and clean. Whew. Watch out for rocks and logs and things. So it's only a tiny little guy. Another spectacular sight were the marries or red gums that were flowering in full blossom. G'day everybody. You know, I want to share an amazing story with you. You know, Australians are really amazing people. I love them to death. I was in Manjimup, a little town in the southwest here, and I walked into this coffee shop. They had coffee roasters and they had real coffee, and so I got a latte for the first time. And I sat down on the couches, and then an elderly couple came and sat down in the same place next to me. And this woman starts chatting to me, Daphne, and she said, "Oh, what do you do?" So I told her my story. I was a teacher coming back from the United States, finding, you know, being difficult trying to get a job. And she said, "You know what? I got a friend, Michael. He used to live in the United States and taught there, and now he was been in Australia, and he's been teaching in Australia, and he was principal of a school and so forth. Let me look him up, let me give him a call." And I'm going, "What? I just met you for 10 minutes. So she says, "Oh, I don't have his contact with me, I just got Facebook. I'll leave him a message, and then when I get back home in Pemberton, about an hour away, I got his number there, I'll call him up." In the meantime, she calls her friend Deanne, who's in Pemberton, who's also a teacher, talks and says, "Oh, can you talk to this guy? You know, he's sort of struggling trying to get a job and so forth." And so she gives me the phone, and I'm talking to this woman who I've never met, and she's a teacher, and I'm a little embarrassed because I said, "Well, you know, it's not that I need some help right now. I just things are working against me. I just got to try and get a job." And she said, "Oh, you know, I got some friends, I got some contacts. Let me call them and get back to you in a couple of days, see what I can work out." And I'm thinking, I said, "But you don't know me." She said, "Ah, but I know Daphne. She told me about you." So and I thought, wow, these people are incredible. And so today, this guy Michael called me. So I pulled off on the side of the road. You can maybe hear the traffic in the background. And I'm chatting with him. I think he's probably late 60s, 70. He's retired now. And we just had a great chat about schools. He told me that unfortunately some of the schools are getting rid of the older teachers and taking the young ones because they can pay them less money. And he said it depends on the principal and what sort of school it is, but he was encouraging me not to give up. He said my experience and what I have is so invaluable, and there are schools that are looking for me, this kind of teacher that I am. I just got to keep trying. But anyway, he's called me up. He's never met me. He just got this call from Daphne, and he was so helpful. I think partly because he's lived in America and he understands. And they said, yeah, it's just going crazy over here. The public schools, the government is just not putting educators in place. It's like everywhere. It's like the same in the States. But anyway, he said, yo, look, next week we'll get together and have lunch. And it's like, I never met this guy. And yet here they are helping me out. And I found, even the teachers and principals I've met have been so helpful. There was sorry, you might hear a truck there. There was a guy at Churchlands High School, science teacher, that I met briefly at Dryandra, and he sent me his whole curriculum outline for teaching biology, the pacing scale, the assessments, and everything. He just sent me the whole lot. So people are really helpful. It just seems like, again, it's the system. And, because I haven't had recent local experience of teaching the curriculum, although Michael, this guy I just spoke to, says, look, there are schools out there looking for someone like you. Just keep trying. Don't give up. So that's encouraging. So when I go back, get back to Perth, I'm on my way now. I got some friends who've got an apartment, willing to rent it to me fairly cheap in a good spot, Victoria Park, which is central to all these private schools and other schools. And he said not all the public schools are bad. He gave me a list of schools I should try. He said once you get in there, once you get known, people will want you. So I just wanted to share that. I just thought, wow, these guys haven't met me, or they've met me for 10 minutes. Maybe that's just such a nice guy that I am. I have that effect on people. But yeah, beautiful. I love Australians. I love you guys too. All right, thanks for all the comments, all three of you, on my blog. It's wonderful to hear that people are looking at it, enjoying it. And talk to you later. Hey everybody, well, my Southern Walkabout is over. I'm heading back to Perth. You might hear the traffic in the background there. It feels weird. I'm driving up the Bustle Highway towards Bunbury and towards Perth, and as I get closer, it kind of feels, civilization, traffic, people. And I just want to be back in the woods again. So it's been almost 3 weeks. And then when I get back from there, I'm going to move into an apartment that friends of mine have. But anyway, I'm going to divide this whole series up into little mini-series, so there'll actually be episodes. I hope you enjoyed the trailer that I've put up there. And I hope you enjoy the series and the travels. It might be a while before I get another one up there because not much is going to be happening. I'm just going to be settled. Or maybe I'll show you a video of my apartment, getting settled and what I'm doing. I don't know if that's interesting to you or not. Let me know if you want to see that stuff. But thanks for joining me on my walkabout, and be good. I was in, where was I? Hang on a sec.